What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Steven Osentoski here, Amazing Brew, bringing you episode 18 here, a freshman feature for the class of 2021, school stats, recruitment projection. You guys know the deal, everything you need to know about the true freshman class for Michigan football 2021. Check out the community tab, check out Twitter for upcoming episodes you guys wanted to see. 3-star safety Rod Moore, and here we go. For his high school, Northmont Senior High School in Ohio. Senior year, they were 8-0 before COVID-19 shut down the season. He made the regional semis as a sophomore, so it's a pretty successful high school. He earned first team All-Ohio as a senior, honorable mention honors as a junior. Same high school as Michigan defensive lineman from the 2019 class, Gabe Newberg, who's kind of an edge prospect, defensive end prospect. For Rod Moore here, though, he also competed as a sprinter on the track team, 60-meter and 200-meter dash, qualified for states in both events, so a solid track contributor there as well. For his stats, sophomore and junior year stats on the screen here, we have both defensive and offensive. For his senior year, 68 tackles, 6 pass breakups, a pick, and over 400 yards and 8 touchdowns on offense. For his junior year, 85 tackles, 4 picks, a few forced fumbles and fumble recoveries as well. Going into his metrics here, so 5'11", 170 pounds. He's listed at 180 pounds actually on the Michigan website, so it's between that somewhere. For his other metrics, we don't have 40 shuttle or vertical, but we do have a 6.99 60-meter dash, 22.17 200-meter dash. Those are solid times, not elite. Again, he qualified for Ohio State's in high school with those times, so that shows really good speed, but not true elite speed. For his rankings here, all services have him as a 3-star. Depends on who you ask. ESPN and 24/7 have him closer to number 30 overall safety in the class, top 15 Ohio prospect. Rivals a little bit less bullish on him. That brings his composite right around 500 nationally, 40 safety, 17 in Ohio. For his offers, Notre Dame, main other programs sniffing around here. You have Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan State, Northwestern, Indiana. Outside the Big Ten, you have Pitt, Kentucky, Iowa State there as well. He had some other academic type schools interested and Midwestern regional offers beyond that. For his recruitment, Wisconsin was seen as one of the primary leaders for a while. A lot of the other Power 5 teams before Michigan, Notre Dame were hoping to secure his commitment before a larger school like Michigan, Notre Dame came sniffing around. Fortunately for them, that happened March of 2020. Both Notre Dame and Michigan put on the heat, started pursuing him heavily. He committed to the Wolverines in May of 2020. That's pretty much it. Not a whole lot in this recruitment. It was relatively quick and painless for the Wolverines, and luckily it's a win over the Fighting Irish in this one. For his scouting, so he's a guy who has some length. At 5'11", he's not, one of those guys that says 5'11", is actually 5'9". He seemingly has that good length, so at least average with a little bit longer wingspan than usual. True playmaker, really good ball skills and anticipation. Those ball skills from being a wide receiver translate to the defensive side. He has good instincts on the defensive side of the ball as well. Solid in run support, so his angles, pursuit, relatively sure tackler. He's a willing hitter. He actually had an injury his senior year and still played through it, so he's a tough guy as well, and that shows through that. Above average speed, we mentioned that already. Has some big hands, which obviously kind of goes with your receiving ability. That'll only help, right? Dynamic in the open field and high academic guy. For improvements, not a whole lot. Needs to add some weight, room to get a little bit more explosive. As he kind of adds that strength, he'll have a little bit more pop in his hit. That's not really something that is there yet, but he does just have to grow, right? And getting more explosive should come with some time through the strength and conditioning program. For his film, all right, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. As always, we will go through his film. Rod Moore, come hang out. We'll be watching that film 8:30 p.m. All right, for his comp, Tyree Cannell is a pretty solid comp here. He's a 4-star safety out of Ohio a few years ago. Similar size at 5'11". He was a guy out of high school, had the skill set to hack it at both safety and cornerback, kind of that hybrid position there. He had good hips out of high school, solid ability to break on the ball, good instincts. He was more of a free safety with the cover skills of a corner, and Michigan deployed him kind of in that way. Ball skills were pretty high, and solid speed, but not elite. So a lot of those things kind of sound similar to Rod Moore here. Kindle became a contributor as an upperclassman, so he started junior and senior year, eventually signed with the Bengals, bounced around a couple times for the past few years, is currently a free agent according to Wikipedia. So for his projection, right, what do we expect out of Rod Moore here in the next coming years? I think there's going to be some chances for him to contribute as early as 2022, and that's because you have Brad Hawkins for sure gone after this year. Dax Hill may decide to go to the NFL. He's an NFL guy at some point. It's just a matter of when with him. So you could have 2 open safety positions there. Depth chart a little thin beyond those positions, right? We had Makari Page last year starting as one of those safety positions, or at least contributing. So there are some younger guys to compete with. I think he'll redshirt in 2021, and then I think he has a shot to compete in 2022. I think those instincts, high academic guy, that just raises the bar, right? How quick can you pick up the defense? How quick can you get there mentally? That'll only raise the bar and accelerate your ability to contribute early, and Rod Moore has both of those things. I think he's going to be a guy who would contribute later on in his career, but I'm not going to write him off earlier just because of that academic, that instincts. Those are good skill sets to get him involved earlier rather than later. I do think he's underrated at 500 overall. I'd put him in the 300 range, I think. So that's it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this one. Where do you think he'll be used? When do you think he'll be used? Check out the community tab to vote on next week's episodes, as well as Twitter. Live stream tonight, 8:30 p.m. We'll go through the film of Rod Moore. And then, as always, like and subscribe to the video if you like this kind of content. Beyond that, thank you guys for coming and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Stay safe out there. As always, go blue.